Reignite your intuition, the show to grow your intuitive self. Today I talk about happy birthday! My podcast is having the 100th episode and I'm all excited about it. My name is Angela and I'm a highly intuitive person by birth, what makes me the expert in supporting you regaining your intuition. As a psychic life coach, it is my passion to support people by becoming themselves. Trusting fully your intuition takes time and is a very individual process. I share with you my knowledge and hands-on strategies I have developed to support you in your daily lifestyle. Take 30 minutes of your lifetime and schedule a free call with me. Well, it is the 100th version of my English podcast, and I just had the 100th version of my German podcast. And I must admit, I had literally no idea what I'm doing when I started a podcast. I was just not aware of what I'm doing. I remember it was my coach back then was like, okay, that's a good thing to support you, etc. And I was like, yeah, podcasts make sense and such and such. And then I was like, well, I don't like these podcasts which are going on and on and on and on and on. Because we're in a hurry-up world. In Zurich, where I used to live, I moved back to the countryside. If you take a ride from wherever outside to the center is about 15 minutes. That's it. That's really it. So I was like, my podcasts will be around 10 to 20 minutes. The interviews are mostly those which are longest. But in general, it's 10 to 20 minutes. And I try to put in as much information as I can. I'd love to make people more aware of who they are, how different it is if you live a conscious life or if you just walk through the city like the gray guys. I really do not know exactly how to translate that. Not what. So, the point is how to transport what I'd like to tell you. I remember there was a movie a few years ago with Justin Timberlake. I never watched it, by the way. I just saw the trailer where it was about having a watch clock kind of thing in your body, and then your lifetime got reduced when you did this or that or whatever. And this reminds me of my favorite movie, Momo, which is also a book from Michael Ende. I think he only did it in German. I don't know. But anyways, there are these grey guys, and I remember a few weeks ago I was in Zurich. I had an appointment in the bank area. And I stood there and I felt like, oh my God. The energy there is killing me. And Zurich itself, especially the part where the old town is a very, very strong, very energetic place. And then I saw all these people and I felt like, am I the red dot in a grey field? Or what exactly is it? And interestingly enough, yesterday I met up with someone. You will meet someone soon in my podcast, by the way. And we spoke, and she was actually working in this field and area for a long time. And then I was like, so how are you? And she said, I was there a few days ago. I don't know how to breathe anymore when I'm there. I felt like the colorful fish in a fishbowl where all the others are gray. And I thought this is exactly what we have to look up to and become aware of, that we do not blend in all the time. Of course, don't get me wrong, there is certain rules and certain things we have to adjust. This has to do because we are living in this world, and the rule in this world is that we blend in partially, but partially for Christ's sake. Use your own brain, use your own heart, use your body. And I think the generation that's coming up now is very interesting because I hear two things about it. As I'm not having my own children, I don't have directly the point with me. But there is this youngsters, which, I'd say, think that we owe them something and they don't have to move a bot that something happens. And there are the others who are absolutely fantastic, high social skills, very connected to people, hardly working in a field without humans, which of course, if you're in IT, you also work with humans, but they would rather work in an IT section where they might not earn a lot, but they support something that makes sense. And I think this is showing very well what's going on right now in our world. And with my podcast, I am trying to raise consciousness towards those things. For me, it's very important that we are aware of the fact that we are very encroaching, very, very encroaching, very often in our daily life. For me, it's shocking how often people don't even realize how heavy they're going on. And I'm totally in this. Let's be more conscious with you, not with others, with you. And that is exactly where it starts. If you don't see yourself, how can others see you? And this has to do with this great people. It's the same. If they don't see themselves, how will they, see others? And these are points I'm really keen to change and to talk about. And what is also very important, what I am talking about is not absolutely the topic that has to be talked about. My opinion is my opinion. And please, please, please do me a favor and keep your own opinion. Listen to other people's opinion. Take out of what they are talking about what you can use, what's right for you, and not what you have to. Not anybody, absolutely nobody in this world is absolutely right about something. That's impossible. That's totally impossible. So, please be conscious, see yourself, and seeing yourself starts with in a daily life that you just look in the mirror in the morning and before you brush your teeth, you say hello to you. And I'd love to teach that to all the children and all the youngsters and even older people. Come on, they forgot themselves as well very, very badly. So happy birthday to my podcast. I hope there will be another 100 in English and another 100 in German. And there might be repetitions. I'm pretty sure that there will be, because the repetition is automatically there. I love to have your feedbacks. I love to have your inputs. As I promise, I keep them short. And I want to thank you, because if you wouldn't listen, I wouldn't make my podcast. If you were not out there and share it with others, talk about it to others, it wouldn't grow. And I'm just incredibly happy that you're there. And I just want to say thank you very much to you, because you are the one who makes me a podcast. And I'm just glad. And if you have inputs for whom you'd like to have as an interview guest in my podcast, let me know. I will be totally happy to connect and find out if we're a match for my podcast. Thank you so very much, and have a beautiful, beautiful time. And we hear each other in the next podcast. Thank you so much. Are you ready for being you? Yes? Then go to angelahack.com, book a 30-minute call. You find the link below the podcast. Thank you for listening to Reignite Your Intuition and taking the time to grow yourself.